Okay, components of a steering system. These are the components of steering system: pitman arm, ball joints, drag link, steering arm, left spindle, and kingpin, tie rod, steering gear. These are the main components of a steering system. And this is a pictorial representation of a steering system, which is showing different components in the steering system. You already know that what is the working of a steering system. As you see, seen from the figure, that the angular motion of the steering wheel, which will be transmit through steering shaft, and this angular motion will be converted as linear motion with the help of a steering box or steering gear and pitman and linkage. And this linear motion of the linkage will be reflected here in tie rods or in drag link. You can see another figure here. Here also you can see this one is the steering wheel, and then steering column and steering shaft. This angular motion of the steering wheel will be converted as linear motion in the center link or drag link with the help of gearbox and pitman and mechanism. And this one is the first component of the steering system. That is, as we already discussed, that pitman arm is a linkage attached to the steering gear box that converts angular motion of the sector shaft into linear motion needed to steer the wheels. That is, function of pitman arm is to convert the angular motion of the shaft into linear motion. And next is the ball joint. Ball joints are the spherical bearings that connects the control arms to the steering knuckles. That you can see that this is the control arm and the steering knuckle present here is an integral part of vehicle speed. And this steering knuckle and control arm will be connected with the help of ball joint. Okay, that is, a ball joint is a bearing stud and socket enclosed in a casing. That is, you can see that a ball joint consists of a bearing stud and socket enclosed in a casing, and all these parts are made up of steel. The bearing stud is taped. This is the bearing stud is taped and it is threaded. As you see from the figure, this is the taped section and this one is the threaded section. And this will be fits into a taped hole in the steering knuckle. It's the real picture of the ball joint. This ball joint will be fitted into a taped hole for joining steering knuckle and control arm. This is one of the example for ball joint, pictorial representation of a ball joint. And next one is the drag link. Drag link, which is a steel rod that connects pitman arm to one of the steering knuckles. That is, this one is the pitman arm. This pitman arm is connected to the steering knuckle present here. That is connected. That is, pitman arm and steering knuckle will be connected with the help of this center link or drag link. You already seen that the steering knuckle will be present at the end of the wheel or at the end of this linkage. After tie rod, there will be another linkage. Another part is there. Steering arm is there. After that, you can see that a steering knuckle. That steering knuckle and pitman arm will be connected with the help of center link or drag link. Okay, that is a function of drag link. And next one is the steering arm or tie rod arm. uh, this is also integral part of steering knuckle. You already seen that steering knuckle is nearer to vehicle's wheel. Another part is the steering arm, and the function of the steering arm is to transmit the steering force from the tie rod to the knuckles. You already seen that here steering knuckle present nearer to steering wheel, vehicle's wheel, and you can see that steering arm is present here. This steering arm which will transmit the force, steering force from the tie rod. This is the tie rod to the knuckles. That is steering arm fitted in between steering knuckle and tie rod. Okay. Left spindle and kingpin. This is vehicle's wheel, and this is one of the spindle here. This kingpin is used to connect steering knuckle and spindle. That is, left spindle and a tire is connected by the kingpin are rotated by the torque received by steering arm. That is, left spindle and a tie rod is connected with the help of kingpin, as you see from the figure. This is a wheel and the spindle which will be connected with the help of a kingpin. Okay. And next one is the tie rod. Already seen that what is tie rod here. This one will be the tie rod. Okay. This is a tubular shaft on the right and the left side or both side of the this linkage. And coming to definition of tie rods, it is a tubular member which transmits the power to the left and right tie rod arms. It can be used for both pushing and pulling operations. The tie rods are fixed at the two ends of the linkage or steering linkage system, and this will be used for transmit power to the left and right tie rod arms. Okay. This is a flexible rod. It can be used for both pushing and pulling operation. It may be flexible in working whenever the vehicle turned in left or right position. It will be in a flexible motion. Okay. This is an example of tie rod. And the steering gear. Steering gear is another component or another important component of a vehicle system or steering system. Steering gear is used for converting turning motion of steering wheel into to and from motion or linear motion of the link rod. You already seen that the definition from previous slides. And the steering gear is connected with the pitman arm on one end and the other end is connected with the drag link. That is, the steering gearbox is connected with the one end is connected with the pitman arm and another end is connected with the drag link. Already you can see that here also. This is the pitman arm and another end is the drag link end.